I'm Britton Cherry, along with Ben Batsuk and Nick Singlin. We will delve into our recommended business strategy for Mitchell Groceries, a prominent grocery store chain with over 150 stores originating in Albertville, Alabama. Mitchell Groceries began as a family owned enterprise in more than 3 states that continues to expand rapidly, both owning and supplying over 150 stores. It is not just about groceries, it's about providing a unique shopping experience, especially for the youth.
All right, that was a great introduction. Let's talk about strategy. I'm Ben Batsuk, and we will be talking about what we think Mitchell's main strategy is. So we think that Mitchell is competing on a broad, low-cost strategy, a broad, low-cost strategy. This means to produce goods or services for a broad base of buyers at a lower cost than rivals. And we think Mitchell does this. We see a couple of bits of evidence. For example, Mitchell is trying to find out great ways to offer discounts to their customers to compete with their rivals like Publix. Publix does a buy one, get one free discount, and Mitchell is looking on how do we get this, what kind of discounts can we use to compete with Publix in this regard? So I think this discounting is leans itself. And also, one of our other evidence is that Mitchell is actually supplying budget goods to their stores, and then their distribution systems are using budget goods as opposed to something. I think that shows that Mitchell wants to do this broad low cost strategy. So I say let's commit to this broad low cost strategy. You're supplying rural stores, and I think the people the market that you've created wants these budget goods and these great discounts. So I said let's keep it up.
Hi, I'm Nick Singlin, and this is the strengths of Mitchell Grocery. Internally, Mitchell's strengths lie in their logistics and distribution services, diverse product range, supply chain efficiency, and location, primarily in rural areas, and as well as their meat cutting services. These are accompanied with some specialty products like the meat selection. One-day sales also bring in extra revenue, and the Facebook sale allows for people to know what day they should come to the store. With 150 stores in the Southeast, they also have a solid regional presence. It seems like the most valuable asset Mitchell Groceries has been their distribution capabilities and their supplier relationship with downstream small business partnered stores. According to the VRIN model, we found that these capabilities are valuable, but I would not say that they are rare, inimitable, or non-substitutable. The strongest value chain activity is supply chain management and distribution. So looking at the SWOT analysis for the external environment, some opportunities that Mitchell Grocery has could be expanding in e-commerce, capitalizing on health and wellness trends, sustainability initiatives, and local partnerships. Search engine optimization, social media presence, and technological integration also offer some opportunities. Mitchell Groceries can capitalize on e-commerce expansion with barriers to entry relatively low in the online space. Our agility and brand strength can be leveraged to dominate this segment before new entrants gain a foothold. Health and wellness trends offer a chance to support with unique, perhaps smaller suppliers. This diversification can reduce supplier power and enhance our product range, appealing to health-conscious consumers. By enhancing our online presence with strong SEO and social media strategies, we can attract a broader customer base. An engaging online platform can increase customer loyalty and reduce their bargaining power. Investing in sustainability initiatives positions us uniquely. As customers become more environmentally conscious, our commitment to sustainability can make substitutes less attractive. When looking at threats, they must navigate threats from intense competition, economic fluctuations, changing consumer habits, and regulatory changes. According to Porter's Five Forces, the strongest competitive force seems to be rivalry from among competitors such as Walmart, Kroger, and Publix. When looking at pestle framework, we believe the technological force is the strongest force affecting the wholesale food distribution market. For example, something like the digital surveys like Walmart has at the end of self-checkout.
After the SWOT analysis, we will look at our analysis of financials and benchmarks. The most important benchmarks for our industry is going to be our ROA, ROE, our market share, our current ratio, and our debt ratio. We will compare the industry averages or the benchmarks. ROA for the industry average for food stores is 3.9%. The ROE for the industry average for food wholesalers is 18.98%. The current ratio is 1.12, and the debt ratio is 0.60. My commentary on these benchmarks and my advice to Mitchell is make sure you are meeting the benchmarks. You definitely don't want to be negative or not reaching the benchmarks, but also understand that the food wholesale business tends to have low margins. It tends to have a low return on assets. So I would just make sure that we are meeting the benchmarks.
From our analysis, key strategic concerns emerge. These include leveraging strengths to capitalize on opportunities, addressing critical weaknesses, and mitigating threats. Top concerns include adapting to digital trends, maintaining competitive pricing, and expanding global reach, and enhancing online shopping experiences as well. Mitchell Grocery should focus on technology and improving their information systems. This is due to the idea of technology being the foundation of businesses in the modern era. However, they face challenges in adapting to e-commerce, price sensitivity, limited national presence, and limited brand recognition. Along with the lack of innovative technology and modern marketing avenues, I would say that Mitchell Groceries is weak in operations, marketing, and information systems development.
So for recommendations, our first recommendation is for Mitchell Grocery to expand their digital footprint presence. They can do this by revamping their e-commerce platform, enhancing their mobile shopping experience, and digital marketing strategies targeting the youth. Much of the younger generation today currently uses social media. So reaching out to the younger generations through different social media platforms such as Instagram or TikTok would more than likely help boost their online presence.
Next, to embrace sustainability, Mitchell can introduce eco-friendly practices and products which not only appeal to environmentally friendly conscious consumers but also position the brand as socially responsible. This can also tie in with providing more health and wellness products along with providing more youth-oriented products like Prime, for example. That will in turn look good for the company and should work out advantageously.
Okay, for our third recommendation is local expansion. I would not recommend Mitchell to expand globally. I don't think Mitchell is ready for that. I don't think Mitchell is ready to expand nationally. But I do think Mitchell has a very strong hold in the rural, regional markets of the South. Their markets are in Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. And I would recommend let's move to other states because a growth-focused business is going to pay back its shareholders in the future better than a business that's stagnating. I mean, this is just a fact. So we need to focus on growth, and we can do that by targeting states that actually are close to or border their current market. States like Florida is a big market. Texas is another big market. North Carolina is also another big market. Okay, next we'll answer some questions that Mitchell wanted us to answer for them. So the first question is um, compare Mitchell's promotions to Mitchell's competition, which is Walmart, Kroger, and Publix. So the first thing I would notice about the promotions and the difference between Walmart, Kroger, and Publix is that Mitchell, I would say maybe needs to improve slightly in the design of their ads. I mean, I think their prices are pretty good, so the prices will draw them in. Right, Publix uses the buy one get one free, and Walmart uses the everyday low prices. So I don't know. What do you guys think Mitchell should do for their promotion?
Well, I mean, when we're looking and just comparing the promotions, I always think in terms of capital and how much are we putting into it. And I know that obviously Mitchell's Groceries doesn't have the the same capital that Walmart or Kroger or Publix has, but I think in terms of how much percentage of their money they're putting into advertising, I should say. I think that Mitchell needs to kind of put a little bit more capital into advertising.
All right, and I would say for the promotions, I think that Mitchell's one day sales, I think could, although they're very popular.
Think I said, I mean, we want to answer the question, what strategies is our competition using to generate excitement to drive sales? So, when I look at Publix, I see mainly just premiums and the buy one get one free. I mean, Publix doesn't really. I mean, sometimes I see stuff on clearance. What do you think, Nick, when you go into a Publix or a Walmart?
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's probably the biggest thing would just be those recognized brands that everyone gets excited to see. Everyone, is ready to go in and buy when, Mitchell has that opportunity to, I guess, maybe save some money and by not going with the expensive brands, but also finding quality in there somehow. I think that would be a good way as well. Um, I guess that we'll move into who the competition's targeting with their promotions and who Mitchell looks to target. And I think the competition, I think looking at those guys being bigger brands, they're able to target uh, larger audiences. They can go from single family homes to full families, people that live on their own, people that are trying to penny pinch, all that stuff. They can target those people. When it comes to Mitchell, I think that one of their biggest things is going to be geographically targeting people. So I think that that's the way that it goes, at least for as far as targeting. What do you guys think?
No, I really like the geographic point. I think Mitchell is targeting that rural population who maybe only know Mitchell because they live nearby. I think Publix is targeting more of the middle class families, people who want to go and have a more higher class experience. I think Kroger's obviously is more similar to Publix, but it's offering a little more variety. I mean, Kroger's tend to be a little bigger. And I think Walmart is driving people in there because they want to save money. I go to Walmart whenever I want to buy something um, very cheap, like the lowest price I can find anywhere else. And Walmart's usually in a convenient location.
Yeah, when I think of like Mitchell Groceries and who they are targeting, I think of targeting individuals looking for more of, you know, authenticity. They're looking for more of that customer service kind of feel, knowing the people that they're kind of working around. They come from the rural area when we look at that geographic kind of outlook that you guys were talking about. And when I
So we can move into our last question, which is how can our promotions reach millennial and Gen Z audience? Well, for me, my answer is just TikTok. I think younger people are on the internet, so if you're not going to use TikTok, use online. We need to have more of a diversity than just a Facebook. I think TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, these are essential for Gen Z audiences, and I think Gen Z and millennials also like billboards. What do you guys think?
I think that, yeah, definitely reaching a social media presence is going to be the best way. Most kids are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is. And I think that doing the promotions through different social media platforms instead of just only on Facebook, I think will help to reach younger audiences.
I want to build off that. I think not only does Mitchell Groceries need to kind of incorporate more social media and posts and everything into their culture, but I think they also need to go about it in a way where they're constantly engaging with the audience and not just like that, like really bringing people in through that avenue. I think that's where I'm at with that.
Okay, and that wraps it up. Thank you to Mitchell Groceries, and we look forward to seeing your business in Nashville.